the year.
Okay, you scared me there for a minute.
No, not for each year. No,
I was about to check out.
nah.
That's a
It's gonna
long
be
ass
10
show.
albums for the 10 years. Yeah.
Hmm. So from 2000 to 2009, right?
Yeah, yep.
Oh, well, I got 10. I got 2010 then.
Well, it's cool. Nick just schooled me at the last minute that 10 would have been starting the new year, the new decade. Oh,
that's what you was getting at, Nick. All right, I remember you put that on the little thing with the dates. All right, I get it.
Yeah.
All right.
January 2000, December 2009.
All right, I got you. Insider talk.
All right, y'all ready to rock?
Yeah.
All right, let's get this going. Oh, damn, I didn't realize I started already. What's good? I didn't even realize. I'm like, damn, where the button at? I'm bugging. Been a long day in the hood, y'all. Hood never sleeps. What's good? You tune in Apartment 5B, hosted by your man, Kel. I got my squad up here in effect with me today. As always, ladies first. Porsche, what's good, miss?
How's it going?
Everything's great. Got my man, Jake, out of Boston. What's good, fam?
What's going on? Thanks for having me.
Hey, man, we got Jimmy Butler. I'm inviting everybody from Boston to be on this show.
Here we go. Right off the rip.
Nick, what's good, bro?
What's going on, big bro?
Everything. Vague, what's good?
Good, man. This ain't water, though.
And my man, yes, out of NO. What's going on, fam?
What's happening, everybody? Let's go.
All right, you already know what it is. Let's jump right into it. So the other day I posted something on Twitter about the Clipses, Hell Hath No Fury being one of my top 10 albums post 2000. Somebody got at me like, what are some of the other joints? Like, sounds like a dope show. So let's go at it. You already know what it is. We're going to be chopping it up about our top 10 albums from the years of 2000 to 2009. Some people may have them in order, others might. I don't. So let's get it started. Jake, what is one of your top 10 albums from that 2000 to 2009 span?
All right, so to be clear, we're talking, I didn't pick one from each year.
No. You don't need it from one from each year. Just throughout.
Okay. All right.
Whatever, however it falls to you.
All right, so I'm going to go honorable mentions and go up to my top, all right? So I'm going to start with Master Ace, Disposable Arts. That album was solid, end-to-end burner. The skits, although through his albums started to like not be fun to listen to, the skits on that were really interesting. And I like the way the whole album came together. Solid brick in the wall for boom bap.
All right, no doubt. Favorite joints off that?
It's beautiful. The one with he names all the football teams. I forget that. So I'm really bad with names because I always had RIP CDs, and the names are never on them. So, but yeah, I like. I mean, every song on there is listenable. Every song.
All right, no doubt. Nick, what's one of yours?
Boom. I'm gonna start there.
Okay.
MOP, Brooklyn, New York. I think one of the few groups that just got better with each release. This was number 4, and probably their best release in my opinion. You got Premier giving them A+ material. Fizzy Womack was producing more on this album. Some of the standouts would be where we at? Calm Down, Follow Instructions, Face Off. Welcome to Brownsville, Background Niggas. It's my joint. MOP, Warriors.
Yeah, my favorite joint off of that was that Face Off part, like the second half when it's
Yeah.
Primo killed that beat, man. What he chopped up for that was just bananas. So yeah, I definitely feel you on that. The funny thing about that, that album that reminds me, I got married October 14th, 2000. I think it dropped like that week. So that's all we was listening to the whole everybody, get tuxedos, going to the church, everything was blasting that album. So that album definitely holds a good place in my heart. Porsche, what about you?
Jake took one of mine, so I'll just do another one.
You know what? I'll start letting you go first because you've been
No, it's all good.
You don't have nothing by the end of the show no more.
No, it's all good. I have Jay-Z's American Gangster. And the reason I have this one is because initially I didn't love American Gangster when it first dropped. I was like, it's kind of okay, but it grew on me and it kind of stuck. So I think that speaks to how good the album is overall. I don't recall any other Jay-Z's albums being like that. Either I like them from jump or I just didn't like them. I never went back to them. American Gangster is the only one that all the tracks, like one by one, I was like, damn, this is really good. Damn, I really like this. And like, I don't skip anything on this album. I love it. And I love that it's like an unofficial soundtrack for the movie. So yeah, that one definitely on my top.
All right, no doubt. DJ Rec 1 chiming in. What's going on, good brother? What's one of yours?
What's good, everybody?
What's going on?
I'm going with Jake One, White Van Music, man. That joint stayed in rotation to this day, man. I love that album. Shit, y'all talking about MOP's on there. Alchemist got a couple joints on there. Shit, Bishop Lamont out of the West Coast. I know we don't talk about the West Coast too often, but out of the West Coast, you got him. Shit, The Truth, Brother Ali, Freeway. Dope album, man. Dope album. If you haven't heard it, check it out. Make sure you check out that Elza and Royce joint, Glow. That's like the standout track for me.
All right, no doubt, no doubt. Veg, what you got?
So we not going to acknowledge that Rec looked like he just been sticking people up and shit. He's giving me a real stick-up kid vibe right now. Like, yo, where you coming from?
No, let me explain something. It's funny you brought that up. I was going to talk about this off. Talk about now. When Rec first came in, I'm like, who the fuck is this?
Yeah, I was like,
I ejected that nigga immediately. Like, I was like, yo, I don't know who the fuck this is. Okay, like, but yo, we get this nigga right up out.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm blocked. And I'm like, oh shit, that was you. Because I was like, yo, I must have sent out the invite to the wrong. I don't know who dumped in on this joint, but nah.
All right.
Okay, so it wasn't just me.
It wasn't.
I got you.
He's off here to bring that up because he did kind of come in like.
That's a big stick-up kid too.
Like 25. So it's like I was like, I don't know who I done sent the invite to by mistake, but we can pick up off the show right now.
Look, how is this? How is this, man?
Change your clothes so the cops don't catch him and shit.
Is that better? Hey, Veg, chill. What you know about that, man? Chill.
Nah, I feel you. What you got, man?
I got Ghostface Killer, Supreme Clientele.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, like, you know, I liked Iron Man. I wasn't like crazy over it, but I liked it. When the album, like they had in like XXL and all of that, they had the advertisement. Good looking out, Nick. They had the advertisement for it, and I saw a ghost holding the mic, and I was like, what the hell is this going to be? It's called Supreme Clientele, but I was like, whatever. You talk about an album that you could literally listen from front to back, and this is a classic. You know what I'm saying? And around the time, I think that was like 2000.
That's 2000.
In Strictly Hip Hop in Baltimore. Shout out to them. We play every record on there, Kill. Like every record went into rotation at some point. It was that crazy.
Yeah, I can believe it. Supreme Clientele is definitely one of mine. Yes, what you got up?
I'm gonna go with the Chemical Warfare Alchemist album. I mean, you already know we always talking about Alchemist, so you're gonna get some top-notch production. The standout cuts, I like the Lose Your Life with Snoop and Jadakiss and Pusha T. That song, that sounds like a straight up West Coast record to me, and he had one of the top West Coast MCs of Snoop on there. All of them killed their verses on that one. I like Acts of Violence. That's got Crooked I on it. That one's dope. Therapy with Evidence. That's another dope track. And On Sight with the Dog Pound and the Lady of Rage. That's another dope cut off that album as well. So yeah, that Alchemist Chemical Warfare is one I'll go with.
All right, no doubt. One of the joints I got from the year 2000, I got Slum Village, fantastic too. Strictly Hip Hop. Same with Supreme Clientele. When I was up there, we played everything off this. Konak Gardens, I don't know, Climax, Hold Tight, Tell Me. I mean, everything on here was crazy to me. Probably my favorite joint off of this is probably God, get this money. It's so much. Probably Players and Fall in Love. Fall in Love when them drums come in is just crazy to me. Probably my real intro to Jay Dilla off of, the Far Side and everything like that. But just Slum Village, this was it for me right here. So, Rec, what's another joint you got?
So hold up, we doing joints from the year 2000 or 2000?
2000.
Okay.
Yes,
All
man.
right, so Kill, I know you're gonna kill this guy. But I love this album.
Let me guess. Can I guess?
Go ahead.
Cormega?
Nah, Mark Hami.
Oh.
No, it ain't Mega, dog. I'm going with the Freeway album, man. It's our first album.
Yeah. Philadelphia Freeway.
I dug that joint, man.
I'll just take my joints.
Hey, I'm sorry, man, but I still play that. There's a couple joints on there that I would take off. The Nelly joint gotta go.
Yeah.
And I think it's the joint he got with Mariah Carey. That gotta go.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I can play that album front to back. No skip. You know what I'm saying? I can rock with it with the exception of those two joints, man. I'm still trying to figure out though, Kill, you might know. Why did Just use that song twice? So I think it's called All Right. Why did he use that joint twice?
Because he used it for free and then he used it for that Anthony.
Yeah, that's the dude from Chris Jones. Whatever that was.
But he's on the hook.
I don't know. Maybe he was trying to flip it where it was like, yo, I'm gonna have the rapper sing it. The rapper use it, you sing the hook, and then we gonna come back and you do the whole song, or it could have just been complete laziness. And it's like, you know what, fuck it, nobody really heard the free joint, or maybe he used it on him first and it didn't pop, and then it was like, yo, let's keep that beat going and we'll just put you on the hook or something like that. It could have been before. I don't know. I actually forgot about that joint. That's the joint in the video when like dude is on a bike, right?
Yes, riding through Philly.
Yeah.
That joint, Flip Side. The album was dope to me, man. I love that album.
Yeah,
PD Crack.
No doubt. What you got next up, Jay?
Next up on my list, I got. I'm sure Nick has this on there too. So sorry in advance. MERS 316. Produced by Ninth Wonder.
Class.
So the way that I rated these albums is albums that didn't really leave the deck much. You know what I mean? Once I got them. So that was one of those. Let me tell you the standout tracks. Because like I said, I never know the names of songs. I'm really bad with that. But and This Is 4 is probably my favorite song in there. The Hustle song, talking about hustling like in his ways. Buying gum and selling it at the bus stop and stuff like that. Really good storytelling track called Trevor and Them, talking about going to the store and his boy sticking it up and then taking his mask off like, hey, what's up? It's me. Really good. So yeah, that's what I got.
You know the funny thing about MERS with me, that nigga always reminds me of like a slavery tattoo. Like
a slavery tattoo?
like you know how like
damn.
Hold up, man. What the fuck?
No disrespect.
I'm just saying. So if you, I don't know what movie, like when slaves would get whipped, it's sometimes like I'm talking like when you would get whipped and it would leave whelps on your back. Like I don't know what one of the movies in it like looked like a tree, and that to me what that nigga's hair looked like.
Okay. Yeah.
Slavery
tattoo.
Well, a slavery tree.
Oh,
well,
okay. All right.
So
Either way,
past the slavery tree-nish of him. Then I told y'all, man, when it comes, it's certain looks you can't have, and that
one of them.
That 2 big dread, 3 dreads just sticking out of your head.
That's the Miami.
Miami, man. Yeah, so that was it for me. All right, Nick, what you got next?
Wow. Okay, before I go to my next one, man, we just straight glossed over the tracks. You know what I'm saying? Nutmeg, Apollo Kids, Buck 50, Mighty Healthy, Wu Banger 101. We gotta respect Ghost, man. We can't just jump past him like that. But I'm gonna roll with this joint right here, Train of Thought.
Oh yeah.
You know me with like producers making my top list. You got to produce a whole body of work. That album made me a bigger fan of High Tech. Quali came correct. Standout tracks would be the Good Morning at the end.
Mm-hmm.
He had, what was the Nina Simone joint for Women Only or something? He did like a cut like that at the end, was dope. Yeah, Train of Thought, Reflection Eternal.
Yeah. My shit off that was Move Something. I love when I remember.
Yeah.
Trumpets.
And then of course the Blast I thought was dope too. Porsche, what you got up next?
You mentioned it, Hell Hath No Fury by Clips. I have to mention this every chance I get because I love this album.
Yes.
I love the Neptunes. I always say this. They are just the perfect union. Neptunes and Clips together are just so complementary. The album is good from beginning to end. There's absolutely nothing negative I could say about this. This might be like my most favorite. But I mean, I don't know. It's a dope album from beginning to end, and I love it.
All right, no doubt. Veg, what you got up next?
I got Little Brother, The Minstrel. A classic album in my opinion. Just a dope idea, dope concept, some rhymes for looking out. You know, it was the album that really introduced me to them. You know, it made me become a fan of them as a group. So many dope records on there. You know, I don't have a fucking CD in front of me. I don't have CDs. I have an album, but I'm not going to phone. But you know, it's a lot of records on there. Also, I like the fact that well, I don't like this, but when BET banned them for being like too educated or some shit like that.
Yeah, that shit was retarded.
That lets you know what BET was about, right there.
That shit was retarded.
Yeah, just the worst thing in the world. But
one of the dumbest.
Just for them to like, I think I like their approach because I think where other rappers kind of would go with the, you know, yo, we not trying to do that shiny suit thing, or yo, we ain't going for that bubblegum rap. Like that was tight because everybody was already saying that. But they just say, you know, okay, it's a minstrel show. And they just kind of displayed their skill and beats and stuff like that. And, you know, they kind of had skits to back it up. And it was subtle, but you knew what they were talking about in regards to hip hop. And that's what I really liked about it because, you know, you could tell they put some thought into it. It wasn't just the first thing that came to their mind, like, yo, fuck these whack rappers, let's get at them. They kind of, you know, put some thought into the project. So I think it's definitely a dope album, one of the best albums in history. Too bad it was the last of them as a group with Ninth Wonder. So.
You know, Veg, I think you bring up a dope point with how you said them putting some thought into it, because I do think that's one of the things that's wrong with a lot of the stuff that comes out now. You know, people kind of like, yo, I make beats, you rhyme, let's just make an album. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I think, like you said, there's just no thought behind it, you know, a lot of times anymore. So that's a dope point. Yes. What's another one of your joints?
You said me?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to go with the Straight Killer. Freddie Gibbs. You know, Freddie Gibbs, he got a lot of joints out. And this is one of the, I don't know if it's one of the earliest ones, but it's like probably the first one where I've heard of Freddie Gibbs. It's called Straight Killer. It's like, I don't know, it might be like 9 or 10 tracks. It's not a like bloated type album. But standout tracks on this one is Rep to the Fullest. That's with J-Rock. Personal OG is another one. Live by the Game and Oil Money. All those are dope tracks. It's a really good album if you haven't heard it. It's called Straight Killer, Freddie Gibbs.
All right. No doubt. That's what's up. The next joint I got up from the year 2005 is Commons B. This was so dope because Y'all know I hated fucking Electric Circus, and I was ready to. I'll never forget, he was on the Dave Chappelle show with Kanye, and they did the joint Food, and I was like, yo, that's crazy. You know what I mean? And then I heard The Corner and, Go, just everything. This 5 mics to me, I still can listen to this joint to this day. All 11 tracks, Kanye to me when he was, at his peak as a producer, 2 Dylan cuts on here. Probably my favorite will probably either be Testify. Probably Testify and The Food Live. It's funny how I remember when they first put it out, they were going to put it out with the studio version of Food, and nobody liked it. It just didn't have the same energy as the Chappelle joint. So then they ended up putting the live joint on here. So those would probably be my 2 joints off of that. So definitely Commons B from 2005. Rec, what's another one for you, good brother?
I'm going with Black Milk, man. Album of the year. Came out about 2010. Standout cuts on this joint: Deadly Medley with Royce and Elzar. He's got a lot of work with Melody Rutherford, Mr. Porter from the fuck is the name of that group? Denan Porter. I forget the name of the group, but just some standout joints, man. Will Sessions is on here doing some board work with him. Dope album, man. He stopped chopping samples and started chopping live instrumentation around this time. So his sound changed, but it kind of stayed the same. Dope album, man. You gotta check it out if you fuck with Black Milk. You definitely gotta check it out.
Black Milk, dope.
All right, no doubt. What you got up next, Jay?
I got another Alchemist album, First Infantry. 04, somewhere. I rate when albums came out by which apartment I was living in. I can't remember which one. Again, names of songs. It's a craze. It's a craze. That beat, stupid. Play that song out. That whole album. Obviously, Hold You Down was a huge song and still makes all my summer mixes when I got it going. I got my hot water heater going in the background. I don't know if you guys are picking that up or not, but yeah, it's my First Infantry Alchemist album, solid. I think there's maybe 2 songs in it that I'd skip, and maybe I probably wouldn't even skip them today because I probably would like it today, but at the time I only wanted to hear X amount of hip-hop. I want to hear this type of hip-hop, So, good joint.
Another joint off of that I love was with the Locks called The Essence.
Oh, yeah. That was crazy.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
It's funny, whenever that album came out and I was working with kids, kids said something like, "Calmate te calmo." That means calm down before I calm you down. I used to say that to all my kids. Like, "Calmate te calmo," calm before I calm you down. And, my kids wouldn't know what I'm talking about. But,
oh, man.
So that's the basis of my Spanish-speaking. Nick, what you got next, good brother? Oh, Nick, you know what I want to say real quick? And this may turn into another show. Why do producers just disappear? And then what made me say that was because when you were saying that the train of thought put high tech, and it's kind of like you look up, and I don't know if I've heard a high tech beat. And
it's been a minute, probably since the last Reflection Eternal album, which was like 2009 or 10.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, why do these dudes just disappear? Like one day they're everywhere, and literally you wake up and it's like, damn, I ain't heard a high tech beat in 10 years.
I don't know, man.
Yeah,
they don't look for them. I don't know.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know.
Dame Grease is like that.
Yeah.
What you say, Vag?
Like Dame Grease is like that. Like
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So an interview with him like maybe last year, and I'm like, damn, you still make beats? And he does.
No placements. You know what I mean?
Because I would think at least you'd be like, all right, let me just find another dope MC to rock with. You know what I mean? And put it out through Bandcamp or something. But neither there. Nick, what's your next joint?
Down South, T.I., trap music.
Oh,
yeah.
This is pretty much the album that made T.I. He had an album before this that didn't pop off too hot. They tried to make him, I don't know, because he worked with the Neptunes. The tracks was cool, but trap music, him and DJ Toomp cranked this one out. Started the Grand Hustle movement, also started the trap music movement, which Gucci Mane and Jeezy carried on a few years later. So trap music by T.I., 2003. Got Rubber Band Man, got the 24s, had the joint with the T.I. versus T.I.P. joint was on here. And the Bezel joint with 8 Ball, MJG, and Bun B are the standouts in my opinion.
Yo, I just think that y'all was out in ATL. Y'all got a trap music museum down there?
Yeah. He actually opened. I don't think it's a permanent thing, but he do have one open. I want to say through like January or February with like the history of trap music or whatnot.
And that's T.I.'s joint?
Yeah.
All right, that's dope. That's dope. Porsche, what you got up next?
Dirty Money by UGK. And I love this one.
Yo, I thought you was about to say
I thought you were about to say the Diddy joint.
It's that dirty money.
The Diddy Dirty Money with
It's that dirty money.
I'm so proud that I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I don't. So UGK.
Let me see it. Let me see it. Bend over. Let me see it.
Oh God. Yeah, this one is I love it. I think it's like the epitome of amazing southern rap. I love the beats on this album. I love the rapping.
Pimp C.
My favorite track on here is Ain't That a Bitch, and it's got a BB King. It's got a BB
say that
King
again?
sample. No. It's got a BB King sample and Devin the Dude's on that album. On that track. I love how smooth it starts, and then it just like you're thinking like where are they going with this, because it's so different, and then all of a sudden they drop the rap and it's amazing. So this whole album from beginning to end, I don't skip anything on here. I love it. Definitely one of my top joints from the 2000s. So
all right, no doubt. Greg, what you got up next?
I got Nas's The Lost Tapes.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good one.
The Lost Tapes is such a dope project that people consider it another Nas album. People have been thirsty for a sequel to it, and it's really like in any other case, it would just be, a side, unreleased, the fucking collector's item, basically. But songs like Do Rag, Blazer 50,
Purple.
Black Zombie.
Yeah, Black Zombie.
Purple.
Yeah. You pretty much name all of them. That's just banging.
It was just crazy because we know a lot of this was the bootleg records that didn't make albums like I Am and Nostradamus and I think Stillmatic.
Stillmatic, yeah.
But they were so good, you know what I'm saying, that people were like, damn, this is dope, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's one of the dopest because, for it to not to be an album, official album, and people to love it so much and want a sequel to it to this day, that says a lot, about what's considered Nas's throwaways. So
yeah, no doubt.
And also, why was it throwaways? Because it was better than the album.
Shit, I don't know. Only thing I could think of was maybe Sample Clearance. I don't know, but I'm with you, Beg.
Related or something.
That album,
phenomenal.
Yeah,
I know too. At that time in hip hop, maybe it was going. There's so many phases. I want to do this music, but now we need some radio cuts.
True that.
Right.
Yeah,
it could have. It's so many multitudes of forms that hip hop went through. Where it's like, my guy was talking about Eve being a dope female MC, and I'm like, yo, Eve was dope, but she was trying to appease too many people.
Exactly.
Jada had to make. He'd have 1 or 2 songs for the streets, then 4 songs for the radio, 4 songs for the club. So, you had a little time span like that. So, maybe, or like you said, also at that time was the sampling clearance.
Yeah.
Then I don't know why most times, at least with sampling clearance, it'd be like, all right, well, let's try to redo the same song a different way.
It don't come out right.
I hate that.
Yeah. Like that Ghostface on Fish Scale, the Just Blaze.
Yeah.
Trash.
Shoot, I think the watch happened the same way too. They had to redo the watch.
Yep.
Like you said, certain things and certain samples you can't redo. So, yes.
We also got to give Sony props for even putting it out, though.
That's true.
Because that was dope.
Yeah, no doubt. Yes. What's your next joint?
Portia mentioned Devin the Dude, and I'm gonna go with Devin the Dude 2002 release. Just Trying to Live. He had production from Primo, Dr. Dre,
The Ashtray.
Yeah.
So standouts for me, the Lackville 79, love that joint. The Ashtray joint, the Just a Man featuring Raphael Sadiq, that's a dope one. And It's a Shame, Dr. Dre production. All of those dope. So yeah, Devin the Dude, Just Trying to Live. It's a dope album.
All right, no doubt, no doubt. I'm going with a banger from 2009, Raise, Only Built for Cuban Links 2. To me, after part one, Immobilarity, I can't believe I just said it right, but I can never say that song. Y'all correct me like every time I say it wrong, but Immobilarity, I just felt like that was horrible. But and y'all know how I feel every time it's like Muddy Waters 2 or Supreme Clientele 2, like you always gotta put that 2 on it. And to me, it never lives up. To me, this did live up. Too many songs on here. It was like 24, 22. Like, I feel like if they would have trimmed this down to like 14, but House of Flying Daggers, Sonny's Missing, Pyrex Vision. They did New Woo, that was crazy. Surgical Gloves with Alchemist, 10 Bricks, more importantly, I loved how the fact Dilla was on this with 10 Bricks, Daggers, which was crazy. That was always my knock on JD.
Yes, sir.
The hard joints, yeah.
He only did that shit for the instance people and niggas who go to Howard. Dilla, then it was like, dead ass serious. Like, he did shit for instance people and people who went to Howard. Cheese just jumped in. What's going on, Cheese? Cheese, what's up, baby? Okay, Cheese trying to figure it out. But yeah, so that was my thing with this joint. Everything on here was banging. The craziest thing is the Sonny's Missing track that Pete did was also on New York's Finest, and it had Royal Flush on it. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's the same beat.
Same beat.
Joint. It was the exact.
Talking about the joint with what's the cat from Queens?
Royal Flush.
Yeah, Royal Flush. So that. Oh shit. Okay.
Flush was on the same exact beat for this.
Pyrex Vision was too short.
That just lets you know I got to go back and check this Cuban Links too.
Yeah. Pete the joint. It's called Sonny's Missing, and like I said, it's Royal Flush kills it on his joint. All right, Rec, what you got up next?
I'm going with an all-time favorite, man. This shit gonna make every list you ever asked me for. Champion Sound, man. Dilla and Madlib, yo. This shit snuck up on me. I was living in upstate New York at the time and wasn't out of touch, but just wasn't checking for this shit at all. I came home to Philly and Jay Ski was playing The Red on the radio, and I'm like, what the? Looking at the car, like, hold up, what the hell? So come to find out, they was dropping the album. I get back to New York, and I probably pissed a lot of people off because I never took this shit out my deck for probably about a good 3 months, man. Seriously, like I just left it in there. It's 20 tracks deep, but the tracks are more. They're like short songs. There's a couple skits in here, but the skits is banging. Percy P fucking murders his joint. To this day, I still think that's one of the best joints I've ever heard out of Percy P, man. You just gotta check it out, man. It's a dope album. It's a good introduction to people who haven't heard of Dilla or Madlib. I hope there isn't anybody that hasn't, but shit, nowadays you never know. But dope album. Check it out. It's 20 tracks deep, but it's not gonna feel like it.
All right, no doubt. Jake, what you got up next?
Keeping with the Madlib thing, I got Mad Villain. MF Doom and Madlib. That album was roughly 2 years in my car. Just
I didn't go 2 years, but
it was definitely for a season.
Yeah, it had a season.
Yeah, that's the best day album ever made, hip hop wise. So standout tracks on that. Fancy Clown, I believe is what it's called.
Yeah.
The dope thing about that song is he has the two personalities, Doom and Victor Vaughn. So he's yelling at his girl for cheating on him with Victor Vaughn, which is really him, you know what I mean? So it's, I liked how that went down. And then I like America's Most Blunted. I like songs about weed.
No doubt. Nick, what you got up next, man?
So stick with Madlib, man. I'm gonna go with Further Adventures of Lord Quaz, the Quasimodo alter ego. Most people will go with the first joint, The Unseen, but I like this one. This this album stayed in my deck.
That was
This
crazy.
is actually a bad time of my life when me and my baby moms was kind of on the outs. So I just be going for rides, listening to this. And standout tracks would be Bully Shit, Demo Tape, and Fatbacks.
Yeah, that was a wild album.
Yeah. Very, because like the tracks would stop abruptly. Yeah, like
It was crazy.
Mario Van Peebles Pops.
Melvin Van Peebles.
Melvin. Yeah, like his comedy snippets up in there. Like, it's a crazy album.
That album is crazy.
Yeah. I'll rock with it though.
Yo, here's the thing with Quasimodo. That's when the voice out.
Yeah.
That's why. Right over my head.
You just gotta listen to it, man. Treat it like Del the Funky Homo Sapien, man. Not everybody got down with that dude, but Quasimodo was dope.
If you sound like you sucking the air out of a balloon, I'm good. I'm fast. But I feel you. I know people who love it. Porsche, which one of yours? Let me ask a question. I'm sorry, Porsche. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Let me throw a flag. Because I always say people do this shit for their favorite rappers. Is it because y'all like Madlib? He gets away with this Quasimodo shit. Because
I like weird shit anyway.
Hold on, no. I want him to ask the question.
Because if I did that shit and sent that shit to y'all with me rapping like I'm fucking smoking helium, y'all niggas would really be like, yo, Kill, this is some off the wall shit.
If it was dope, motherfucker, right? If it was dope, I'll tell you.
I look at Madlib as a producer, so I know I'm not gonna get dope rhymes.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So
exactly. Trust me, I bought it on the whim and ended up liking it.
All right. I mean, I just know sometimes our favorite folk can get away with some weird out shit. And
it's like, what did you do before that?
I was just coming off of what was this crew? What was Madlib's crew?
Yeah, Loot Pack.
Yeah. So I'm like, all right, Madlib, but then I heard that shit and it's a little yellow horse. I'm like,
it's a
yellow horse.
Yeah, like, it looks crazy.
And y'all niggas like, okay, cool. This is where I step on.
But you know me anyway. I listen to weird shit.
Yeah, I know. But I was just asking.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Porsche. What's your next joint?
Oh no, that's okay. My
like
next
Jay-Z couldn't get away with it. Put it that way.
Right. And it may be back to what y'all said before, that down south people can get away with, or West Coast people can get away with more than what East Coast. Like I think you said that, Nick, like about
because of the forefathers. Y'all got Kool Herc and all of them cats, Run DMC, Rakim. You got all of them. The foundation of that city that kind of got to approve of your status. So you know what I mean.
But it's just weird to me because I feel like hip hop had that time with like Dana Dane, with Cinderella Dana Dane. Like this dude is rapping about him being Cinderella in the projects. And we had, Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. So we had that kind of silly rap, which we accepted for a while, but then hip hop got too hard. Yeah. And I've never listened to Quasimodo. It just seemed like some silly rap shit. So I just didn't get how like that kind of.
He talking about stoner. He talking about getting blunt.
Yeah, he's a stoner. He's a stoner rapper, man.
Just like the new said, I didn't get There's a Dark Side. I don't smoke weed. I apologize.
I didn't smoke weed when I listened to it, but you didn't get There's a Dark Side?
No, I got There's a Dark Side, but I don't like it as much as everybody else does.
I love it, and I love that album.
I love it.
A lot of people.
I love it.
I know I'm the like odd man out. Like
I got you.
What was much better than There's a Dark Side. Like There's a Dark Side to me is probably a 4. What is a 5? So I'm not saying the shit was whack. I just I'm not saying that. I'm sorry, Porsche.
No, that's okay. That's okay. My next one is Attack of the Attacking Things by Jean Grey.
Nice.
Yeah, it's her debut, and I think I like this album mostly because like I'm coming off of Lil Kim's first album, and then Foxy's Il Nana, and then there was like everything after was so disappointing from my favorites that I was kind of like, this kind of sucks. And then Jean Grey drops this, and it's amazing, and she's lyrically great. I love the producers on here too. There's a joint by Master Ace. There's a joint produced by Beatminers. It's just all around. It's a very solid album, and it was such a breath of fresh air. Coming off of like some really dope albums, and then having disappointing sophomores joints and whatnot, and then her debut was just great. So definitely worth a mention.
All right, dope. Veg, what you got up next?
I got Beanie Siegel, The Becoming.
Mm-hmm.
Hands down his best album in my opinion. So many dope joints. Just a really focused album compared to Good Looking. I'm getting all the assists today. Good Looking, man. But yeah, man, like it was because I love Beanie Siegel, man, and I always felt like I liked parts of The Truth, but then it was songs I didn't like, and I would just stick to the songs I like. Same thing with the second album. I like songs on there. I think it was The Reason and
The Reason.
Like The Reason. But I didn't feel like I liked enough on there to feel like, yo, this is my shit. Not the way I wanted to. So when The Becoming came out, I was just doing a routine. Figure like, well, Beans, maybe that's him. Maybe he can't make a full album that I would like, but The Becoming is that, man. Songs to like Feel It in the Air, Purple Rain. I mean, I still play that shit to this day. What's the joint that got? I think it's one joint that got PD Crack on it, right?
Gotta have it.
I gotta have it.
Gotta have it like that.
You doing? It's getting kind of hectic at the end.
Yeah,
like this.
Like it's so many flavors, so many styles. Even the joint with him and Jay, like nothing sounds the same. It just sounds like they was recording and they took the best shit and they put it all on one album.
Yeah.
Definitely a dope album. Beanie Siegel's The Becoming, man.
Yeah.
Dope.
The funny thing about that, I think that was on Dame Dash label. Cause that's when the Rockefeller
that was the split. That was the split and Beans was locked up.
Yeah.
This is one of my joints too. I mean, like Veg said, from the Feel in the Air to find out Heavy D did that, I was like, wow.
Exactly.
That was crazy.
What was the joint with Redman?
Oh shit!
Oh,
One shot.
What?
Yeah, Red killed that. What was that One Shot Kill?
The One Shot Deal. Bink did that. Even joint was. I wasn't mad at the Don't Stop. Niggas.
Yeah, the Neptune joint.
Yeah. That album was dope, man. I wish Beans would have been able to keep moving
that way.
That album was like, okay, now we know what Beans can do, like as a whole artist. You know what I'm saying? But
even Bread and Butter with Sadat and Pooh Bah.
Oh, yeah. I wonder if Lord Jamal was mad that he didn't get on that one. Like,
Sadat ain't really do nothing. I mean, he did the hook. Very dope album. Very dope album. Yes, what's your next joint?
We'll go with Thug Matrix from Tragedy Gaddafi. Dope album, man. You got a song called Love is Love. That's an Alchemist track. A track called No Equivalent. That's Ayatollah. And then you got the Gorilla Rap. That's featuring Rick Quan. All those joints are dope. I mean, you know what you're gonna get out of Tragedy. After
he can still rap.
Switched up from being the intelligent hoodlum, he turned all the way, grimy, I guess you'd say. But I like that Thug Matrix, 2005.
I gotta check that out.
All right, no doubt. The next joint I got up is from 2004. De La Soul's The Grind Day. I can't remember, Nick. You big De La dude. What was the album before this?
It was one of them
artificial intelligence. It was the Bionics joint.
I wasn't doing that at all. This
I ain't like none of those albums.
Man, everything on here. Verbal Clap. Much More is probably my favorite.
Go on and drop the last track. Come on.
We already know Rock Who Came from.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
With Common, like everything on here, the Grind Day, just everything on here was just dope to me. This is my shit right here. So definitely Grind Day 2004. Rec, what's your next one?
I'm gonna go back, man. Little brother to listening. I listened to this joint religiously, man. I think I might have bought the CD twice. Real talk. I love that album. I just think it might have been just what he was sampling and just I don't know. It just spoke to me. I know Kill, it ain't your thing all the way. But out of the two albums they did, I like this album the best. I think it just flows better. It's 18 tracks, but it really don't feel like it. It's not a long album in the sense of 18 songs. So I'm going with The Listening, man. Check out The Listening. That's the last track. The Get Up, Shorty on the Lookout. You can go with the Yo-Yo. I mean, it's a dope album, man.
Yeah, and keep in mind, just the asterisk for why Rex said that. Not a big fan, but not. I think it was when people first was telling me about Little Brother. It was like, yo, this is the shit. This is the next trial.
Yeah, that was the thing. It was
the best thing since ever. And I'm like, I'm hyped for it. And I'm like,
yeah, you want something phenomenal.
Like, yo, it's cool. You know, again, not whack, but it's like fucking Tribe Called Quest or whatever. So I think it's almost like when somebody hypes up a restaurant for you, and then you get there and you like, food is cool, but goddamn, my nigga, you was acting like this was the best thing.
So go to chow or some shit.
Right, you know what I mean? So just the asterisk before the knife stand.
Yeah, nah. It was crazy because I didn't get it that way. I kind of stumbled upon it back in the downloading, Napster days. And I was like, yo, this shit is pretty dope. So I didn't have a huge, like somebody telling me, yo, this is the greatest thing since
I got the people.
They try. I didn't get that.
I got people like, yo, Pete invited them to the basement and Primo out and I'm like, yeah, bet. Let's
got it.
Here, and I'm like, yo, why nigga drums sound like that? I mean, I'm like, that's why nigga drums sound like
So you looking for meat and potatoes and you get salad.
Yeah. But no diss at all.
No, not at all.
All right, Jake, what you got?
All right, next one on my list is we're leading up to my number one, but that first Kanye album, man, College Dropout.
Yeah.
Was I didn't really know much about him. I knew him as a producer. The barbershop I worked at the time had, the Chinese bootlegger dude always coming through with all the tapes and the best of Kanye West. And so I kind of knew who he was, but when this came out, I just played it back. It just connected with
I'm sorry, just the whole Chinese bootleg dude, like the Chinese bootleg.
Yeah. You guys have those in Philly?
No, we have them. Like how Jay said on the Blueprint, I had to leave quick, kept bootlegging my shit, That's all.
Yeah, we had the mixtapes. I love when those dudes come in the shop because there would a lot of times be a cop in the shop getting his hair cut, and he'd have the cape over his uniform so you couldn't see, And he'd get out and he'd start unpacking everything he's got, and you just know you don't want to really. You're like, yeah, chill. And he's like, yeah, to what? Chill, and then dude gets up, comes off, he's like, sits on him real quick, like. Anyway, that album came on. I just totally connected with Kanye on that. It was bizarre because I've never connected with him again. But I dropped
not even late registration. No.
I like that Paul Wall song. That's it. Man. And then I actually like his last album, which nobody likes. So,
the one that just came out?
Yeah, over the summer. Yeah.
Okay. Nah, I like it.
The one with the mountains on the cover.
I don't know because I don't look at covers. I'm like the worst hip hop fan ever. I just know that.
Oh my god!
He don't know covers.
Oh man!
He just be like, yo, that third joint.
The third joint. Like my mom's. Play the fifth joint off that new album.
Before this, it was a Walkman. You know what I'm saying? Like I went from Walkman to MP3s. I had tapes forever, like dub tapes forever. I was like the last dude on the earth to use tapes.
Wow.
But anyway, that album just I love it. My favorite song on there is "Get 'Em High" with Talib and Common. Common's verse in that is so stupid, man. He just says 3 words: control rappers out of.
Right.
And that's it. And you're just like, yo, that's ill. That's art right there. So
yeah. I was just banging the instrumentals to that today, man. I love that joint, man. One of the few albums I love, just like I said, listening to the instrumentals of that joint. Nick, what's another one for you?
R.I.P. Bandana P. HNIC. That joint dropped like around the same time Jay-Z dropped the Dynasty. We know which one I played the most.
Yeah.
I mean, when he first said he was going solo, I was kind of skeptical because he was in the group for 3 years, well, for 6 years by then. But I mean, he delivered, and that was prime Prodigy. You know what I'm saying? You had the Genesis, the opening track is the standout to me. Keep It Thorough, of course. What was the 3 joint? I know we don't like Cormega, but he got one of my favorite lines. Where I'm on the bench high eating chicken wings and French fries.
Yep.
I like that. You know what I'm saying? Veterans Memorial. You Can Never Feel My Pain. Just a great album. It's kind of lengthy though because it's 22 tracks, but not too many skippers on it.
Shoot, I even like the joint with the cat from Cash Money.
Hell yeah, yeah.
Yeah, BG.
BG, yeah.
Yeah, BG.
That was my #1 album right there for that era. I literally didn't take that tape out for 2 years. Literally. I mean, I had the tape.
Damn.
Did not see.
If you listen to the Genesis now, listen to it now.
Yeah,
and tell me he didn't predict 9/11. Tell me he didn't predict that. It's that album's deep on a lot of levels, man. It's a very, very rare piece of art, I feel like.
All right. No doubt. Porsche, what you got up next?
Industry Shakedown, Freddie Fox.
What you know about? What you know about Bumpy Knucks?
Freddie Fox.
I like Freddie Fox.
Pop Dukes.
Yeah.
Duke.
I like Freddie Fox's rapping style. I like him lyrically. This album's got Primo on it, Pete Rock on it. Yes, it's like, yeah, you can't really go wrong. Production is great. Lyrically, it's dope. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty long. It's got kind of what I would call an exhaustive track list, but it's enjoyable. Yeah, I listen to it. There's a couple skippables. I don't know. But I like it. So mentioned.
Yeah, this that stuff every 80 minutes of the CD era.
Yeah, when the Cavs was taking up every
second.
It was 79.58.
Well, this is an hour and 15-minute long album, so it's very, very long. But it's good. Like there's a few by Pete Rock. There's some Primo. You're gonna enjoy it.
All right, no doubt. Veg, what you got up next?
Did you say an hour and 50 minutes?
Yeah, 1 hour and 5 minutes. 1.5, yeah.
Oh, hour 50.
Like, hold on, Freddie Fox for damn near 2 hours now.
No, 1 hour.
That's what he was getting at.
1.5 minutes.
I need to listen to it because I know it's probably like his best joint, right? That's like his best album.
Yeah, I would say so.
An hour and 50 minutes, man. What the fuck?
Nah, 1.5, 1.5.
1.5, not 5
1
0.
hour and 15.
Oh, 15. Okay, that's not too bad.
Nah, not.
I mean,
it was like 2 hours of Freddie.
I thought it was like the double CD. You know what I'm saying?
That ain't gonna happen. 2 hours of Freddie Fox. Nah. All right, what you got, Big?
I got Jay-Z's The Blueprint. I feel like he had all these producers in his stable. They was all trying to give him heat. The whole, I'm trying to get samples from records that my mom's used to play, and I'm a big fan of soul music, so a lot of that shit was just hitting home, like as far as just sounding good. The height of his powers before Ether took it away. But like I was excited, man. That shit was hot. Like, I mean, there's songs on there I don't like. Like, I don't like the Timberland joints.
Yeah, and the Trap Masters.
Yeah, you just skip right past them shits. But like, you don't know songs like that. Shit, even the Takeover, like, just it felt like Jay-Z was unbeatable on that album. Just his cadence, his I guess his confidence. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The things he was saying. Eminem still murders you on your own shit, but it still didn't make me feel like Jay was whack. Man, was that whack on that record? Just really dope album, man. From beginning to end, for the most part. But yeah, man, I really like that joint. I feel like it's I think because Jay-Z's been around so long, that there's just certain albums we don't go back to. I was telling somebody earlier, like with the Black Album, 15th anniversary.
Yeah,
I listened to the Black Album 15 years ago. That ain't like I didn't like records on there. It was just one of those albums of things that I don't go back to. But yeah, the Blueprint is dope, man. The others that followed wasn't as good, but still a dope album, and I think the battle kind of heightened that and Stillmatic as far as status, because you know you got this monumental battle between two Titans in New York happening, and they both got hot albums, and you know, and it dropped. Didn't it drop on 9/11? Like,
yeah, it did. Yeah.
And he's still sold.
Yeah,
still sold
like 500,000.
Yeah, so do $500,000 on 9/11 and a dope album's out. You know, what can you say? But I was like Jake though. I had the bootleg first. You know, but that shit dropped before 9/11 to me.
On that album, is that where I forget what song it's on? He's like, if skills sold, truth be told, I'll probably be lyrically Talib. Is that
that's actually the Black album.
That's the Black album.
Okay, yeah.
Black album.
Yeah. I always get those confused for some reason because I had the Black album written down, but what I was trying to meant was the Blueprint.
Fucking with them bootleggers, you had the Blue album.
Did you ever hear the Gray album?
I did. I did.
Danger Mouse. Yeah.
I heard the Gray album, the Brown album with Ken Brown.
It was too many. That shit had to stop. It was like
Danger Mouse was the first one, I think. I
was done with that. The funny thing to me about the Blueprint, because I had that too, is I was done with Jay. I had probably written Jay off after that Big Pimpin' album, so I didn't even listen to Dynasty. And it took my man like calling me like, "Yo, Kill, you gotta buy this album. He's back." Like, yo, like I went to like Barnes and Noble and spent like $18.99 for that album after that co-sign, because I was like, I'm done with Jay. This nigga playing with my fucking hip hop emotions. I'm tired of this nigga.
Wave popping, man.
What happened?
All that wave popping, like Jay always wanted to work with whoever was the hottest producer. That's who we had on his album.
Yeah, and it was like, give it to me. Like, again, I'm not that club dude, so I'm sure that shit was popping in the clubs. But as far as a backpack nigga like me, it was like, I don't want to hear that fucking give it type shit. So,
give it to me. Which joint is that?
Yes. What's your next joint?
I'm gonna go with the realness, Cormega.
I knew somebody was gonna name this nigga, so I knew it was coming. It was just who gonna do it.
Stand Out Trash, the Thunder and Kiko, Get Out My Way, They Force My Hand, and the Alchemist remix of the Fallen Soldiers.
The Fallen Soldiers, yeah.
That'd be all of the tracks I'd call out for that album.
I actually like that Cormega album.
All right.
Hold up, is Killer's theme on there? Right.
Yeah. It's like a bonus track on there.
Yeah, it's a bonus track.
Kill, that's the Cormega album I would say listen to if you want to know why some people like him.
All right. I'm gonna go with the guy who co-signed Cormega, and the reason why only reason why people care about this nigga. I'm gonna go with Stillmatic. Nas was dead in the water to me. This is another person who was dead in the water. I remember arguing with my barber during the takeover, and he was pro Nas. He's like, "Nah, he coming." I'm like, "Yeah, whatever, nigga."
Got balls, man. You argue with your barber? Shit.
Yeah.
He came with it. Stillmatic to this day. The intro, I love it. The Stacey Last Song, Let Me Be Your Angel, is one of my favorite songs. So him using that. I wasn't the biggest fan of Ether. Didn't really love the beat, but even like Got Yourself a Gun, but You the Man, that still didn't.
Second
Rewind, Second Childhood.
Like
Poison joint. The Poison joint. Y'all don't like Salon Remy though, but yeah, Poison.
I like him for that though.
I mean, dog, that's one song. Like we like we can call a flag on the play now. Who the fuck really wants a Black Thought? Like, I mean, come on, y'all, stop. This is what I be talking. Stop.
Yeah, but you expect Black Thought to know how to pick beats. He's been working with Quest for 20 years, 30 years.
But dog,
come on,
it's the fact that people are excited about it. And I'm like, who closed their eyes before they went to bed and prayed, "Oh God, please give me a Black Thought Salam Remy album"? Like
they just want a Black Thought album.
Yeah, I guess so. I said it earlier. Apollo Brown, the ninth one that did it, is a 5-mic album. I guess if Thought could rhyme over nobody, he could rhyme over here, and it would be a 5-mic album. Because I saw a lot. That's why I sent it to the group. Like, yo, I hope this ain't who I think it is.
I didn't know who it was. I had to look real good.
Like, and Vang was like, "Nope, that's Salam Remy. That's him. Yep, here we go." So, like I said, the only person is Jasmine Sullivan or Amy Winehouse. Those are the only two people I want Salam with. So Stillmatic. But just for shits and giggles, is anybody excited about a Black Thought Salam Remy album?
Crickets in this motherfucker.
I heard somebody's wife laughing in the background.
I know, right?
Somebody's wife laughing in the background. I know about
go.
That's because
but
you said salami or some shit.
Yeah, right. Salami, like salami, Remy.
Right,
Salami and Remy.
right. Give me like 3 more, man. I know we pressed for time, so give me like 3 more of your joints.
I'm going with Dilla the Shining. Personal opinion, I think that's his best overall work. Donuts gets a pass because it just is what it is. Donuts, but I'm going with EMC Squared, Love Jones. I mean, the whole album from 1 to 12, you rock that, you're good to go.
Pause. You said Donuts gets a pass. What you mean?
I don't count Donuts as an album from Dilla from just like, I don't rate that album. The album is like holy grail for me.
Okay. All right.
I don't rate it. Like, if you ask me about it, it is what it is, and you can't tell me no wrong about Donuts.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Not Supreme Clientele, but I think it was Fish Scale.
Yeah, Fish Scale.
Fish Scale was crazy because I didn't think he could come back after Supreme Clientele. I thought like all his darts was gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Fish Scale shut me the fuck up. Let's see. Stillmatic. You named it, Kill. Yeah, Stillmatic. Stillmatic. That was the other one I had. Stillmatic. For pretty much all the reasons you said.
All right, no doubt, no doubt. Jay, give me like 3 of yours so we can get up to you.
All right, everybody said them all. So, one honorable mention album I played a lot, man, is I always got to rep Mass on some level. Edo G and Pete Rock's album, which they just re-released like a deluxe edition. That's called My Own Worst Enemy. That album is ridiculous.
Hold up, hey, 1 minute. No disrespect. Yes, I know you'll laugh. They put it out again. Why?
Probably to make more money. I have no idea.
I'm like, okay, what did they
I don't think they added a single song.
No, I think it might be instrumentals included. I think it's something like that.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All
right. So that song, the best MC in Boston that ever lived, in my opinion, is this dude Jay Sean. And a lot of people don't know who Jay Sean is. He was 1/4 of the group Creators, who I sort of came up with and grew up with a couple of those guys. But Jay Sean's all over that album. His verses on other people's stuff is stupid. You know what I mean? Like, people are good on their albums, but like when they do something, so it's an Edo G album. His verses are all great. And obviously, Pete Rock produced it. There's a song on there called Wolves, which is the best song on there, in my opinion. Is Crumb Snatcher, Jay Sean, and Edo. It's nasty.
Crumb Snatcher is slept on too.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, trouble staying out of jail.
All right, Nick, what's 3 of your joints?
Shit. I'm gonna go Mos Def, The Ecstatic, King Ghidorah, MF Doom, Take Me to Your
Doom, yep.
And I'm gonna roll with motherfucking Dead Prez, Let's Get Free.
I had that Dead Prez too.
Loud
Yes,
records.
sir. I had the tape.
Actually, I'm gonna show my white boy some love. Bubba Sparks.
Hey.
Deliverance.
Kelly Park, Bubba Sparks. Booty, rocking everywhere.
No, this ain't that album though.
Which one is that one?
This is the
that ugly?
Deliverance with what the Neptunes tried to do with Justin Timberlake, mixing hip hop in the backwoods. That's what Timberland got right on this album.
Okay, I gotta check that out then.
Oh, so that's a good album? Like, that's not a joke?
No, it's dead ass serious.
Bubba can spit, man, but you can tell they was trying to. Bubba can spit, man, but you could tell they was trying to market the shit out that dude.
I'm gonna send it to you. All
right, and I see Timberland and Organized Noise, so I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also,
send that.
Gotta put my boy.
Morning commute. That's that
Club
morning
music.
commute music.
Club music.
Like, I posted on Twitter, man. My pastor told me keep smarter people around me. That's why I keep y'all around. I had no idea about Bubba Sparks. I thought,
Bubba can spit, man.
Okay, all right.
I mean, but of course, they tried to They had Eminem up top. It's like, we got to get us a country white boy. They tried to market him like that. Because the first video, he was like in the pig pen.
With overalls and shit.
Exactly.
So, that was the joint ugly. That was the joint ugly. Yeah. And they marketed that the fuck out to that.
Yeah, the funny time is every label was trying to get a white boy at that time. Like everybody had one. But
Rugged Man talks about that a lot.
You said Rock?
But yeah, the Rugged Man, he talks about that.
Yeah.
He's like, white boys need a black boy to win, and they.
You need that. Yeah. Eminem had Dr. Dre. Bubba Sparks had Timbaland. Yeah,
that's crazy. That's crazy. Porsche, what's your next three?
I've got Jesus Christ Superstar. Okay. Scarface is The Fix, and I'm gonna go with Pharaoh's Desire album. Those are all three of them are lyrical powerhouses. The Jesus Christ Superstar album is just production. Well, I'm not even huge on production, but that album is like crazy production. I was listening to it today again, and I was just floored at how perfectly the whole album just comes together. The overall project is amazing. Sean P. I could listen to literally forever. Like the album ends and I'm like, damn, I wish it was like another 20 tracks. So yeah, those three. And of course Pharaoh is just otherworldly with his lyrics and flow and delivery and all of that. So yeah.
The other thing about Pharaoh, he don't get enough credit for, but his album covers are always bananas.
Yeah, they're crazy.
Yeah.
They're very dark and they're very weird, but it matches his whole style, and he's the only one that could really pull it off the way that he does. So, yeah.
So, Vay, what about you?
I got Eminem, The Eminem Show. Probably his best album. I like tracks like White America. I think with Relapse, he was trying to recapture that, but White America is exactly what he was trying to do. Not with Relapse, Revival, whatever it is. Also, Lapse, very dope track from him on that album. Also, I got Kanye West, Graduation. I don't think it's Kanye's best album, but it's my favorite album from him. I don't think there's any whack tracks on that album at all. I like everything on there. I also like the fact that he did something different with the Big Brother track about Jay-Z. You know, most rappers wouldn't do anything like that because they don't want to be vulnerable, especially to another MC. And I think that's always been Kanye's strength. His honesty. You know, he's a little too honest, mixed with some mental illness, but at the end of the day, you know, that's kind of why we like certain rappers. You know, we relate to them, you know what I'm saying? And Kanye has always been honest about himself, about his predicament and how he feels. So, you know, that song was really dope. Even the joint with him and Lil Wayne is hot.
Barry Bonds. Hell yeah.
Like it's Good Morning. Like it's a bunch of dope tracks on it. Yeah, very dope album. And lastly, I got Outkast, Speaker Box and The Love Below. I know there's a lot of Outkast fans who don't really like this album, but I didn't like when I heard it was a double album and then it was like solo albums. Yeah. I didn't like the idea of that, but then when I heard it, I was partial because I was like, well, shit, Andre ain't really rapping, but I kind of dug that side of him also. So I like how Speaker Box feels like a big boy album, but Andre's there. You know what I'm saying? The same thing with Love Below. It feels like an experimental type shit, but Big Boy's there. So I just thought it was a very dope album, very smart album for them to do when everybody was clamoring for soul projects, and we ain't seen a damn project since, but thought it was one of the best from that time frame from 2000 to 2009.
All right, no doubt. What about you, Jens?
I'm gonna go with the Y2K album from Screwball.
Yeah.
Okay.
Politics as Usual from Terminology, and the Cloud 9 album from Sky Zoo.
Okay.
That'll be three I'll call out right quick.
All right, no doubt, no doubt. In line with what Nick was saying earlier with High Tech, the High Technology album.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The Sun God with Calm. You know what? I just fucking realized this.
You like the Cormega joint?
You like that joint, Kill? That's what's up.
Right. He didn't sound as
joint.
Usually,
Jinx the Juvie. Yeah, whatever happened to Jinx the Juvie?
Join us.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm joining y'all, but we gonna keep right there. My banger on here, my favorite one was Round and Round with this chick,
Janelle.
They had Bread and Meth on the remix. I think her album got shelved because he had her with a deal and he had produced the whole album and it never came out.
Yeah.
Even the joint on here with Buckshot was dope. Rec brought up earlier Donuts. I have about 4 copies of this. This is still a sealed copy that I just keep around. Love this.
Up, man.
And one that a lot of people didn't hear, The Magnificent by Jesse J.
Yeah. That's dope.
Very, very dope album. Was surprised. It put me on with Kev Brown, who at the time this was like his first thing. That whole kind of God, I forgot the name of their crew. Kev Brown,
low budget.
Yeah, low budget. Kind of the whole budget crew was on here. This is the first time I heard Raheem Devon. He's on here with a dope song.
Yeah.
My man out of Philly, The Last Emperor, is on here.
It's a dope album.
It's a very dope album. They got a banger on here with called How I Do with Sean Stockman. But Anna's. I mean, I know somebody's watching. Like, come on, Kill Sean Stockman. I'm with you. When I saw Sean Stockman, I was like, yeah, it's crazy. That Brown took the beat. Sean stays in the pocket. Very dope. Right, give them your last 2. What's your last 2?
Last 2. Man, threw me way off guard with that one. I'm tapped out. I don't think I got 2.
That's cool. That's cool. If you good.
Oh no, the Disrupt.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
That's Madlib's little brother, and I damn sure wasn't expecting shit out of that. But man, look, listen, if you wanna surprise, check the Disrupt out. Check that out, and then check out Reese, RES, man. She dropped a project, I want to say around 03. She does a lot of work with Talib. That project was dope, man.
You talking about How I Do?
Yeah.
I think so. Somebody stole the CD from me, man, and I have not been able to get my hands back on it since, man.
Yeah.
Dope project. Another joint, I was just buying something off the whim, not expecting nothing. Man, dope album. Yeah. Dope album. She's dope.
You talking about this joint right here? The How I Do?
Yeah. Kill, you stole my shit?
Nah.
Like, that's my shit.
And throughout it, so now this
my killer tape.
I haven't seen that joint since I don't know how long, man. But that's a dope album.
Dominion Montez with Alicia Keys. They both dropped the same day, and we know J Records and Clive Davis was pushing Alicia Keys hard. But my man, a kid called Roots, who kind of was my mentor and at the station and everything, he did 2 tracks on this.
It's a dope album, man. Tell you
the other cat, Dr. Kenny, did the he worked with The Weeknd now. The cat, yeah, he produced most of that.
All right, that's what's up. Jake, what's your last 2?
Man, most of them were said, man. I really don't have much else. Footnote to that is from like 2005 to like 2008, I got super into indie rock, and that's all I really listened to, and I would pick up an album here or there, but I was also making my own music.
Right.
So like any music, any hip hop I was listening to was like just beat tapes, so I could write and get stuff going. So I'm tapped out. That's all my guys I was listening to.
All right, no doubt. Nick, what about you? What's your last 2 or any honorable mention joints?
Yeah, I do honorable mention because I tapped out. I thought we already did the 10, but I'm gonna go with Young Jeezy, The Recession.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Outkast, Stankonia. I'm gonna go Diplomats, Diplomatic Community.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Slept On Joint, Even in Darkness, Dungeon Fam. And I don't think nobody mentioned Gangstar.
The Owners?
The Owners, so I'm gonna roll with that.
All right, no doubt. What about you, Porsche? You got anything left?
Yeah, Nick took The Owners, but that's okay. I got We Are the Streets by The Lox and Unrestricted by Da Brat. I hate that album cover. We talked about it in the album cover episode. It's the one with her face all over her body.
Da Brat?
Yeah.
All right, here you go. All right, Sean Price.
No.
Here, Kill. Let's go. Come on, I'm ready for this. I
didn't know the out any credible music.
Rod Digger. No.
Oh damn.
No,
Queen Latifah,
Da Brat. Actually, that album is actually a really good I think it's a really good show that Debrat could rap over R&B. Like, it was really good, half and half, and I like that. Debrat was always, like, to me, a very aggressive MC. Like, she always came very aggressively in her tracks, and then on this joint, it actually, like, rounded her out. Like, it balanced her a little bit and showed that she wasn't all this, like, aggression and that kind of thing. So I liked it. I don't know.
No, cool.
That's what I think. And then We Are the Streets, The Locks. I love that album. I get shit for liking that album so much, but it's
that's the second joint, right? That's the one.
Yes,
that's the one when they got free off of Diddy or whatever.
All right, yeah, no doubt. All right, cool. Veg, you got any more left on the honorable mentions?
That's the one where the niggas are in the streets, right? That one, yeah, I remember that. I remember that one from that episode. Yeah. Now I got Comments Like Water for Chocolate. Very dope album. So many dope songs, just too many to name. And I got 50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying. I think it was just a perfect way to capitalize the hype on the album. And you know, when you press play, you thinking, is this going to be anything like the mixtape? You know, what kind of beats Dr. Dre giving them? And you hear that What Up Blood come on, you just like, yeah, it's that genuine shit. This shit is crazy. Just a dope album. You know, and unfortunately, it went so, it sold so many records that sometimes it almost feels like it's a pop album, but it don't sound like one. But it's just because 50's so big now, you know, you put it on, you like, damn, now all these white people call him 50, and you know, you start taking ownership of the old 50. Like, I don't like him no more. I don't like this new cat. But I can't front. At the time he was out, you know, I was hyped. The album just met my expectations, especially Back Down, man. I said it on one of your, I think the battle rap joint where, yo, the nigga said to Ja Rule, man, the little dirty ass kids are fucking erase them. Like, I was like, yo, like that's not even a battle rap. Like, that's fighting words. Like, people wonder why, why they still beefing after all these years. Like, you heard what this nigga said? Like,
it's personal, man.
Yeah, that's like real stuff.
It's a personal. They have a problem with each other that is personal. So
outside of rap,
this ain't got shit to do with rap.
Exactly. Biggie said, "What beef?"
It ain't got nothing to do with rap. It's personal beef.
And I guess beef is when you buy 200 tickets to a.
That's what I was about to say. So the front rows is empty at the nigga concert.
He trying to buy his masters now.
Oh, word?
Yeah. I saw an article today, Wednesday. I saw an article over the weekend. He's really trying to buy this dude's masters.
Oh boy, 50, man. A whole another level of petty, boy.
Hey, man, that's that Southside Jamaica Queens petty, man.
Oh, my
God. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, yes, you got any more joints, Big?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Weatherman album from Evidence.
Evidence, yeah.
Mr. Slow Flow. That's my favorite joint off that one. And then I'm gonna go with the Outsiders, the Bricks.
Bricks.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bricks.
That's what I'm talking about.
Young Z.
It's the rah-rah.
Keep on. Who You Be. Got some dope tracks on there. So yeah, Outsiders and Evidence for my last two.
All right, and for me, I got I think Nick named it. Got the Outkast joints. You know what I mean? Stankonia, both covers. I was shitting on Nick for buying covers, and I realized I got it's hard when you try to talk shit to a nigga, then you realize, oh shit, I do the same shit too. Also got The Game. I think this was
that's a dope album.
This was it. At the time, he was just the name dropper rapper to me. Like, this nigga would drop about 20 rappers' names.
And one song per song.
Yeah, like per song, I'm naming every rapper in the game. And then my two like extra joints. A lot of people didn't hear this. Marco Polo's Port Authority. This was
it's a bang. I forgot about that one.
The joint that he did called 3 O'Clock with Pharoah and Prince Poe is organized again.
Okay.
Perfect. Just perfect hip hop. it personified this. And I got to go with Monkey Bars, my man Sean P.
Sean Price.
I was over my man Lunchbox's house, and he was like, "Yo, you heard Sean Price?" And I was like, "Who the fuck is that?" He was like, "Ruck." I was like, "Oh, you mean Rock?" He was like, "No, the other nigga." And I was like, "You know, come on, Rock, you really want me to listen to
The other nigga?"
And he was like, and I was like, "Oh, you mean the other nigga, the tall nigga with the voice?" Oh, he's like, "No, the other nigga." I'm like, "The other nigga, like Top Dog?" He's like, "Nah, the nigga Ruck." And of course, just I love this joint. You know, I don't know if I've ever seen a rapper reinvent himself in such a way like Sean P did. God bless the dead. He's probably one of the few 90 rappers who I still anticipated. Like a lot of people were like, "Oh, I'll listen to it," but now I was like, if Sean P had something new, I was hyped, you know, for that joint. So yeah, those are top 10 from 2000 to 2009. We'll be back later on with the other ones. Right, give them all the info, good brother. I hear you over there making your blend tapes, man.
Shoot, that was just me kind of just thumbing around, man. I'm gonna knock that out tonight. So for the mixes, they'll be back up tonight. Probably by the time y'all see this, they should be up. SoundCloud is at JREC1. Instagram is Worldwide Rec1, and Twitter is at DJ Rec1.
All right, Jay, give them all the info where they can get a fresh cut in Boston, and about your podcast too, man.
Yeah. My shop's called the Chop Shop. It's in Milford, Massachusetts. My podcast is #BarberLife. It's just life discussions similar to this, based on through the eyes of a barber, through basically conversations from behind the chair. Just want to give a quick little rest in peace, man. We had a DJ, Boston DJ pass today. I didn't even know dude was sick, but DJ On and On, rest in peace, man. He supported my music early, and I didn't see him for like 6 years. I seen him 2 years ago at the Celtics game, and he remembered me. We chopping it up, So that was sad to hear today. So rest in peace to DJ On and On. But you can catch me at jakecutsfresh.com. That'll just get you to everywhere, everything.
All right, no doubt. Definitely rest in peace to boy, man. Anybody who ever had anything to do with hip hop, man, it's all good. Nick, what about you, man?
Killer have it linked up. I'm just gonna throw these up here. Whoop. That is it. That's all we doing. Killer have it up on Twitter and IG.
Yo, I swear, when we all get together, y'all have to kidnap me and make me listen to all this down south shit.
What?
I have never
too easy.
I've never heard Young Jeezy album. I've never heard Sky album.
Nick,
I tried to listen to the new Sky album on the way home. I got to like track 5, and I was like,
I know you're not gonna like it though. That's cool. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I know because I feel like I'm left out because I've never
check it out. I just want to see.
But the thing is, this is that I know I can be closed minded at times. You know what I mean? So there's songs I like by T.I. I love that shit. What you know about that? Was that it?
It's 2006.
Oh my God, man! I liked it. That was my song. I love that song. That Roberta Flack sample they used, and just telling me that too. That album got me intrigued now. So, I got an open mind.
12 years later.
Hey, I liked it 12 years ago. I'm just saying, man. I tried to listen to the new T.I. album. There's a couple songs, and it kind of threw me off.
I'm going to make sure you don't go nowhere. I'm a bear hug the shit out of you, dog.
Make me you got to strap him to the seat.
Right? Make me a best of T.I. mix that you think I would like.
Okay, I'll do that. Like you say, word is born to Jesus. I got you.
All right, Porsche, give them all the info, miss.
Cherchez La Porsche on Twitter and IG.
All right, Vay, give them everything, good brother.
You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Vegas World INC, and you can check out my podcast, Hip Hop Now Podcast, on everywhere where you can download podcasts and listen to them, iTunes, whatever. All
right, tell them about that P thing too, the Prodigy joint.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, tonight was the second episode of a podcast out of WNYC called The Realness, and it's about Prodigy's life, his music, and his battle with sickle cell. Obviously, you can hear it online also on demand by just going to WNYC.org. But as a hip hop fan, when I tell y'all it's worth listening to, it is worth listening to, mainly because, like I said earlier, we listen to music in general because we have some form of connection with the artist. Something about what they're saying or the way they look or whatever it may be that we relate to. And to hear what really fueled Prodigy's lyrics as an MC knowing that, we know how dope he is, we named the album and all of that, but to know that this illness and his anger with the illness and the aggression of hip hop helped him to get that out of his system, that brought you lines like throw a TV at you and, lift you off your feet like ski lifts. So to know that that was his motivation and his writing process, it's real hip hop, and you learn about the disease, you know what I'm saying? So it's well worth it. It's called The Realness. You can download it as a podcast, wherever podcasts are, or you can go to wnyc.org and listen to all of them.
All right, no doubt, no doubt. Yes, give him all the info, good brother.
I want to shout Jake out, man, for that good thing he did going to check the kids out at that high school and talking to them about, there's other things to do if you're not planning on going straight into college out of high school. So I thought that was real dope of Jake to go to the high school and talk to the kids. Other than that, you already know. Thankful to be on with y'all. Like everything y'all do. That's just it. That's all.
All right, no doubt. And I forgot one album that would have made my top 10 list. Busta Rhymes, The Big Bang. A lot of folks don't talk about that album, but from the beginning to the end, I love that album, man. It's an incredible album. Busta's in pocket. He's doing his thing. Tip is on there. Marsha Ambrosius is on there. I know a lot of people didn't like the first single. I Love My Bitch with Khalees, but I mean, it was cool, but I mean, that was the radio joint. Everything else is kind of gutter and everything. And as far as giving shouts, I got to give a shout out to my man, Jens. He came through in the clutch. One of my family members was in the hospital down in NO when we couldn't get down there. He looked out, got to her, got to my cousin and everything. And so I definitely appreciate that, good brother. Kind of came out of nowhere and he was right on it. So I appreciate you for that, good brother. Nothing but love. Y'all already know it is with me. Still 889 will make beats for food. So just one more time, nobody's excited about the Slime Remy, right? Just
Mama gave it a spin. Yeah, we're gonna. I'm not excited about a lot.
Right.
I'm really
I didn't pray to the hip hop gods for it, but I'll listen to it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna listen to it too. I mean, and here's the thing: I was telling the dude on Twitter earlier. I hope I'm wrong. Like, I'm 44. I'm past those. I told y'all so. I hope I'm wrong, because if I'm wrong, that means we get a dope album. You know what I mean? And we got more dope hip hop to play. So I hope I'm not right.
But you're gonna hate on Slot anyways. Doesn't matter what's going on. You could be with whatever producer you choose, and you're still gonna hate on him because you're gonna be like, I don't know what he's talking about. He's just spitting. I don't want him to spit.
Shots fired.
This is a no-win situation for Thought.
If you do like the album, you gotta listen to this Young Jeezy album. I mean, you gotta really listen to it. You gotta quote me some lyrics back. You gotta really listen to it. Yeah, you can't do the ad-libs.
Here's what it is. I'm going into this Thought album strictly like this is Thought. Again, the way that it was promoted, because I had seen him on some shows and he was talking about his past, I thought he was going to be opening up on this album. So that's all on the last stream of Thoughts. I'm open to Thought. I understand he's just a rapidy rap rapper.
Yeah,
I get it.
He can't stick to the topic, man. He can't.
He's a rapidy rap rapper. I don't really like rapidy rap no more, but I'm gonna listen to it with an open rapidy rap mind. And I'll like this shit. Like, I don't want to hate on somebody from Philly. You can't even really see it, but I got a Roots joint right there, man. Like, it's right there up on the wall. If y'all can kind of see past the post,
you gotta like bury it in the back.
Behind all the wires.
Yeah. You gotta like tucked in.
It's right here. You can see it. It's behind all these wires.
So we blow this dust real quick.
Hey, it's up there. It's up there, man. It's up there. All right, so I'm hoping it's dope. I'm hoping Thought even tells me a story about a girl again. I will take a girl story for the 50th time with Thought telling me about a shorty he in love with. Maybe he'll write a song about his wife. You know,
we waiting for you.
All right, I'm ready for Jeezy. All right, y'all. We'll check y'all out next week, y'all. Yo.